Okay, so the first thing we have to do is remove this plate. So I'll just use this plastic pry tool. Just go under here. So that's come out. Let's do the same thing on this side. Okay, so that's come out. So there's some cable I have to disconnect. Just this one here. So it's just a squeeze and pull out. Similarly down here. Okay, so this plastic piece here, so there's 4 tabs, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then there's 3 running across the top. So this metal pin here goes into this metal piece. So there's one in the middle and one here. You can see that metal piece came out with it, so I just have to take it out and put a metal piece here before I insert it back. This cable here, you just squeeze the side and pull out. The ones at the bottom, you just pull it out. There's no tab to push. Okay, so next I'm going to remove this piece. So that will just be this plastic pry tool from the bottom. We just pry it out. So that's out. So these pieces come out. And I just have to disconnect the hazard light switch. Okay, so I've just unplugged that cable. There was a little tab here to squeeze and just pull it out. So, and then there's one on this side as well. So there was a cable on this side as well, which is in front of the passenger. Put this away. Next, there's 2 screws here to undo to remove the screen. Put the 2 screws out, and now this should just lift up, I believe. That's out, and there's a couple of cables to disconnect back here. So there was just that one connection there, which is that. There's a little tab that you squeeze before you can pull this plug out. Okay, so now I have to remove this plastic frame so that I can use a new frame that came with the screen. This just pulls out and that comes out. I'll just go get the new frame. So this is the box that the screen came in. So what we've got in there is the screen itself, and under here are some cables and the frame for where the screen is going to sit. So this is the cable that came with it. So this will go into the back of the original harness in the car, and this is go into the car, and if there's fiber optic, you have to move it from the original plug and put it in here. And this goes in the back of the new screen. And this cable here, it says wired CarPlay. I won't be doing that. I'm going to be using the wireless Android Auto, so I won't plug this in. Now this is a Linux screen, so I'm only getting it for the Android Auto / CarPlay functionality. So next I'll remove this head unit. There's 2 screws They're T20s. So just pull this out. Okay, so I've taken out the head unit, so I have room to work. So all of these plugs here, this one here, which is like the antenna, you gotta push this tab up and then push it down so you can unplug it. There's two in the corner here, it's the same kind of plug. Pull up the tab and then push. And these other ones here, you just push here and you can lift it up. So now this plug here, there's an optical cable here, so I've got to unplug this optical cable to move it to the harness for the screen. Okay, so I've got the cable running from here up to here for the screen, and the optical cable I've transferred from the original harness to here. Here's the optical here, and there's the original harness back there. It's plugged into the harness that came with this kit. So this will plug straight in the back of the head unit now. Okay, so I've got the head unit plugged back in. All of these loose cable here, I'll gotta do something about that so it doesn't rattle. Now this piece here that came, it'll just sit in. It'll just sit in where the original piece sit. So there were these metal clips here that was in the original plastic. I took it out and put into this piece to use. This one just fell off. I was gonna get it from under the seat. Okay, I've hooked everything in just to test it. Let me just start and see what it does. Okay, so that's pretty cool. So if I press this, it should go to the original. Okay, so I've put everything back together now, and I'm just going to show you how configuration is done to get the sound and the screen right. So we just go to setup and car settings. So this is where you choose your car resolution. So my original screen was an 8.8 inch, so that's the resolution. So you've got to choose the right one for your car. So there's different options there. And this auto aux switch, just leave that, don't change that. This iDrive, I couldn't figure out what the difference is. There's A and B. I just left that. The door settings, so when you open your door, it actually shows. So there's left and right swap. When my left door was open, it showed it was the right door, so you just have to do the swap. Similarly, the rear door, you do the same thing. To get the sound, we go to system, and you make sure you choose this use cars BT channel. Make sure you turn that on. And what happens then is, I'm just going to go to the menu. I'm pressing and holding the menu, and that takes you to your original screen. Now what you have to do is do not choose auxiliary. You must choose another Bluetooth device. Just that there. So you leave it like that. You choose your Bluetooth device, and we just touch the screen. We'll go to Auto for Android Auto. Now you get the sound from the Android Auto. So no auxiliary. Okay, so the sound comes from the Bluetooth for the phone. So at the moment my phone is connected to the car. My phone is also connected to the screen, both via Bluetooth. And that's how we get the sound, and everything works really well, just as per Android Auto.